Peace and blessings, everybody. This once again, this brother Shaka Sankofa, Street Law Soldiers. As always, giving honor to the Creator and the ancestors for this divine gathering today. What I want to talk to you about today is a few things. First of all, about the brother Nate Parker, who uh, is under a lot of scrutiny for a charge, 17-year-old charge. Now, he was convicted 17 years ago and acquitted of a so-called rape charge on his white bitch. Now, he was acquitted 17 years ago. This happened in 1999. Now, let me explain to y'all what actually happened. He's only guilty of fucking with a white bitch, a white dog. But anyway, let me tell you exactly what happened. He was fucking with this bitch, and what happened was, as the white woman is a fucking savage and she's a freak any motherfucking way. So what happened was she wasn't satisfied with one black dick in her ass. She had to have two at the same time. So she invited his friend to join in on this three-way. So while they are engaging in this three-way, a woman walks in on them. And to save her dignity and pride, a little that she had anyway, if she had any stinking white bitch, she yelled rape. So he was arrested for that. He was charged with rape. And that's another thing. See, when brothers are charged with charges as such, it's called rape. But when it's these crackers, it's called sexual assault. First, second, third degree sexual assault. But when it's a brother, it's rape. To make it sound so fucking dirty and grimy. Now, don't get me wrong. Anybody that's convicted of charges like that or are guilty of charges like that, even those who still walk the streets today, who have sexually abused family members and other people, and have been fortunate enough to avoid going to jail or doing any prison time based on because a lot of family members not going to turn you in anyway, in most cases in the black community. So anyway, he was charged with it. Found out that they caught the white bitch in so many lies. The jury, all white jury, acquitted him in one of the most racist counties in America. He was acquitted. 17 years later, they come up to bring this bullshit up back in his brother's face, which he wasn't even guilty of no rape or anything. Once again, like I said, he's just guilty of fucking with one of them dogs. But when he comes up with the movie Birth of a Nation, because these crackers are doing everything they can not to release this movie. So they're using sisters and these bed wenches, black bed wenches, and these old bougie ass, faggot ass niggas to downplay the brother, to avoid bringing the movie out or discourage people from going to see the movie, especially our youth, in which I hope every black youth in America attends the premiere and goes and see that movie, not once, not twice, but 4 or 5 times, so you can get a clear understanding of one situation that our ancestors had dealing with this motherfucking cracker. But anyway, and he's been defending himself. The brother comes from, he's from the DMV, which is D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. He's from Virginia. He comes out of the projects, in Tidewater in Virginia, which is a rough area, because you had brothers like Allen Iverson and Pernell Whitaker and other brothers who come from that same area. But nevertheless, they use these bed wenches to go against them. And on one particular show, I think it was Roland Martin, that queen. I think it was Miss Roland. It was her show, and she had these sisters on there, these old buck dancing bed wenches on there, and they were lawyers, which you can clearly see that they have had some issues dealing with either a black man or somebody in terms of being violated, and they just have this hidden agenda to destroy and lynch any black man that they can, literally. So they're riding him, and they have already canceled 2 screenings. 2 pre-screenings have been canceled for the movie, although it broke the record in the Sundance Film Festival. And now, no one ever mentions Roman Polanski. Roman Polanski, this motherfucking pedophile, white, savage faggot, who is a movie director who was found guilty and pled guilty to raping a 13-year-old girl, was convicted, and upon waiting sentencing, this faggot leaves the country and becomes a fugitive on an international level. The fucking Academy Awards come up. This motherfucker, he gets an Oscar. Instead of them locking this motherfucker up or taking his motherfucking Oscar away from him, they award him the motherfucking Oscar via satellite on a big screen motherfucking TV and say congratulations to this motherfucker while he's on the run as a fucking fugitive from justice for fucking raping and being a goddamn pedophile. A confessed pedophile at that. You don't hear nothing about that. Marv Albert, who wore woman's clothing, a bra and panties, and raped a woman in a Chicago hotel, And the only reason why he beat it because white supremacy kicked in, and the Pritzker family of Chicago pressed that woman out and threatened that woman, threatened her life if she went forth into pressing charges against this motherfucking faggot. And right now, today, he's still in locker rooms and shit, commentating sports. What's the other fucking faggot who Woody Allen? He's a known goddamn pedophile and freak. That he was fucking his own daughter, married his own fucking daughter. Nothing was done about that. Nothing is brought up about that. Only thing they bring up is Mike Tyson and Nate Parker. And the only reason why they doing Nate Parker because this movie is about to come out. They don't want people to see this movie, and they're using niggas, these old faggot niggas and these bed wenches to downplay and fuck this brother's credibility up because this brother is thorough, and he didn't rape. Now, there's a difference if he actually done that, then I wouldn't have no support for him. I would wish that he got the fullest goddamn sentence, prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But however, he was guilty. It was just this freak bitch that got caught, and she wanted to save her face and save her pride and dignity, and didn't want nobody to know she was the slut bitch that she is. That's in the nature of the white bitch anyway. So she yelled that rape shit, and they famous for that. Those are the type of things that that have our people, that shows the true colors of our people. These killings that's going on. They shot a brother, a 40-year-old brother with his hands up. A 13-year-old boy was shot by the police and murdered. The 40-year-old brother was murdered by the police, all of them unarmed. And then they had another one in New Orleans. And right now they're having gun battles with these motherfucking police and these goddamn these Koreans who own these Korean store owners. You know, and I told y'all about them motherfucking gooks. That these motherfuckers ain't nothing but crackers, slant-eyed, raisin-eyed motherfucking crackers. And as the footage shows, these rice-eating, onion-breath, wild onion-smelling motherfuckers fighting brothers in the street. But the brothers down New Orleans is putting in that motherfucking work. They loading up in cars, spraying these motherfuckers. But they'll say only thing they focus on is looting, motherfuckers looting and shit like that, taking little shit, which is theirs anyway, because we built this motherfucking country. Our ancestors built this country. Walmart and all those other motherfucking major department stores, if you look at the history and the CEOs of this and go back 3-4 generations, it takes you right in the hands of a slave owner. So the money that they got from the blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors to build these motherfucking corporations and these and these motherfucking huge motherfucking mammoth ass motherfucking buildings and these corporations, that's the money from the slave trade. That is it. That's all it is. And so, only problem I got with the looting shit is, think about the elderly. Think about the elderly people that need CVS and Rite Aid and Eckerd and Walgreens to get their fucking prescriptions and get their medications. Don't fuck with them stores. But the rest of that shit, them goddamn carryouts where they selling beat up fucking chicken wings, all that rotten ass goddamn food that's killing us. The liquor stores are selling that goddamn malt liquor, which is destroying our insides, eating us up from the inside out. I don't give a fuck about them establishments, them clothing establishments and Toys R Us and all that bullshit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't care nothing about them tearing that shit up. Also, it's the 20-year anniversary of, last week was the 20-year anniversary of brother Tupac Shakur's ascension. And they claimed that they never found the culprits or people responsible for this shit. But let me tell you this. If fucking, Justin Bieber was in the back seat, they would have had the motherfucker the same night. But since it was Pac, somebody that had intentions on reestablishing the black community, his goal was to make the Bloods and Crips truce, and they were going to become Panthers and be retrained and reprogrammed on who was the real fucking enemy besides the people that look like you in your neighborhood. And he also was running for city council. It wasn't about getting out of death row, even though, he was getting out anyway. Not wanting to get out, he was going to get out anyway. However, those are the main reasons why this brother was murdered like that and assassinated. Just like P. Diddy had Biggie assassinated. No one is going to tell me different. If you're beefing with the West Coast, if the East Coast beefing with the West Coast, why would you bring the most powerful premier artist at the time who was the main topic and focus of the East Coast, West Coast beef? Why would you bring him to the West Coast? And you not ride with him? And this brother's murdered, so you had something to do with that. You had something to do with that. Everybody else that you fuck with have either went down a drain financially, morally, economically, and their freedom. From Shine doing time, you never really supported him. He did that 10 years for your motherfucking faggot ass. You know, all the groups. Craig Mack, he lost his motherfucking mind. He down there in the country, in one of these goddamn barns that they call a church down there in the motherfucking woods with a whole bunch of hillbilly. He's the only nigga in there, you know, rapping about Jesus and shit. 112 total. You know, all these individuals, you know, are struggling just to fucking eat right now, but you know, and you living off the goddamn royalties, and you gave them chump change for their fucking royalties. Now these people don't have anything; they're struggling to survive, and while you living in the Hamptons, you know, thinking it's sweet, you know. But one thing you got to remember, you fucking faggot, you know, because everybody knows that you like that motherfucker stick in your ass, but you know, what goes around comes around. You know, karma, you know, you're no exception. You know, Jay-Z, none of you motherfucking punks are no exception to the rule when it comes to divine law and retribution. So don't forget that shit, bitch. Um, we have to understand who we are. That's one of the main reasons why they do what they do to us, cause we don't know who we are. We try to be like every fucking body else. You know, we try to look like everybody else. We try to dress like everybody else. You know, if you the average person, average brother or sister that's walking down the street, you know, they got 5 different motherfucking men's name on their ass. You know, you got a polo fucking shirt. You know, you got some white man's jeans on. You know, you got some white man's motherfucking shoes on. When I say shoe, I'm talking about Jordan, because he's nothing but a dark skinned cracker. But the man, Bob Knight, who runs Nike, those are his motherfucking shoes. You know, and everything you got on belong to a white man, and which, you know, a white homosexual y'all call a designer. Tom Ford, all of them are fucking homosexual motherfucking white fags, and you wear this shit thinking that shit slick, taking that, and you also are embracing that same motherfucking energy. You know, that same faggot energy. That's why when you get your new jeans on, most of you motherfuckers just sleep and unconscious, look like you switching. You got your pants halfway down, you know, letting somebody see your motherfucking little butt, you know, because you want a nigga to see your butt. You know, that's why you had your pants down. You can't wait for a motherfucker to say you fat as a motherfucker too, like they do the sisters. You know, apparently. Because if you got your pants all the way down like that, it says, it can't say nothing else. You know, but, you know, more pork sausages, mom, please. You know, but, you know, you think that shit hard. Your pants down with fucking pit bull, you know, drinking some malt liquor, smoking some goddamn incense. That's what that K2 is. Fucking incense. You know, because, you know, like I said, I'm a certified youth counselor. I'm certified to deal with HIV, people with HIV. I'm certified to deal with gang violence. I'm a life skills instructor, certified. Um, like I said, you know, in the street law soldiers, you know, like for those who know us, you know, we feed the homeless and provide drug treatment, referrals to shelters and all sorts of other programs that can get our brothers and sisters just out there, you know, still struggling in that motherfucking war zone and these drug strips, because all they are war zones. You know, you know, it's the same way. It looks like Afghanistan. You know, bodies laying everywhere, poverty, despair, um, uncertainty, incest, rape, sexual, physical abuse on babies and children and the elderly, you know, burglaries, robberies, homicides, uh, all this we do this to each other. But soon as somebody said, let's go and let's destroy this motherfucking cracker, you got 1,000 motherfucking excuses not to do it. 1,000 goddamn, oh, there's too many cameras or this and that, you know. But you goddamn gangsters, you ain't supposed to have fuck a camera if you going like that. You ain't thinking about no camera because you a hard motherfucker. You know, when it comes to the hood, you know, shooting up motherfuckers' houses and all that type of motherfucking weak ass shit. You know, but when the police come, you give them your whole name, your identity, your fucking ID. You spread eagle with your ass facing him, with your hands on the motherfucking hot ass hood. You know, he tell you get your head down and got you, you know, laying on the motherfucking chest on the hood of the motherfucking car like he get ready to go on your motherfucking ass. You know, same position. You know, that you put some of these sisters in. Now you in that same motherfucking position. You know, but you supposed to be hard and supposed to be a goddamn gangster and keeping it gutter and all that faggot ass shit. You know, so you know, see, and we don't address that because a lot of us, you know, we're scared of each other. We're scared to approach youths and all that type of shit, man. You know, but you can sit back at home and gossip and talk about it's a shame the way they came up and all this shit. You know, it don't make no sense. You know, even though I'm pointing out the fucked up shit, at the same time, the youth is the most powerful and strongest generation and strongest set of people on the fucking planet right now. You know, they just been programmed to do everything internally and do everything externally in terms of everything or people that look like them. But once they be reprogrammed, they get a new chip in their motherfucking head and that programs them and lets them see who the real motherfucking devil is in this case, it's gonna be all over. You know, that's why, you know, that this you know, they come up with these motherfucking fake LGBT programs, Black Lives Matters, and all that bullshit. You know, you got crackers in the middle of, you know, walking with their fists in the air with Sharpton and Roland Martin and all these motherfucking faggot ass niggas. You know, just promoting that bullshit. You know, just telling people not to retaliate. You know, don't do nothing. Every time one of us are murdered, you know, it's a fucking protest. You know, then everybody walk down the street, you know, ready to get on the mic to get some fucking airtime, so the world can see you acting like a fucking bitch. You know what I mean, in front of the world. You know about this. Don't we all need to stick together? And it's never that. You know, we don't all need to do shit. You know, but as individuals, you know, we need to clean ourselves up from the inside out. You know, no matter how close we call ourselves uniting, it's not going to unite until you unite within first. You know, you can dress yourself up in garb. You can wear $2,000 suits and ballys and all this bullshit. You can do all of that. Have a good rap game. Got a little bit of money in your pocket from selling poison to, you know, these brothers and sisters out here. You know, and cashing in on their pain, but you know you can't deal with the pain that's going on inside of you. All that turmoil, emotional turmoil that you mask and you camouflage with shit. You know, strip yourself down to the core of who you are. You'll find out that you selfish. Your motherfucking ass is arrogant. You know, you out to cutthroats. You talk about people all motherfucking day. You know, you're a backstabber. You know, you can't be trusted because you don't trust yourself. Because you don't trust yourself enough to expose yourself and talk about who you really are. See, the majority of us we're not going to do that. We're not going to peel ourselves down to the core, you know, for the world to see you for who you are, or your people to see you for who you are. But yet you'll mask and cover yourself in a job, in different positions, different clothing, different outfits, you know, different vehicles. You know, all this shit to smother or make an attempt to smother all that goddamn ruckus inside of you. You know. But you're not going to talk about how you feel most of the time, how you feel like a piece of shit, most of your days, the majority of your day, and deep down inside you feel like shit because you're not where you want to be in no area, spiritually, physically, economically, financially, morally. You're not where you want to be in none of those motherfucking areas. So it's more convenient and comfortable for you to point out somebody that you think has done that motherfucking work and try to find something negative on him to prevent being exposed. Believe me, other people can see you better than you can see yourself, you know. But a lot of people don't have time, and they're not going to pull teeth trying to get you to open up and tell the truth about who you are, even though it's evident and plain and clear of who you are. You will never be able to let your God self and the inner divineness that's in you, exalt because you keep that shit covered up with a lot of pain. Some of the most powerful people were the most hurting people, but they opened up, they got that shit off of them, because most of the things that happen to us, a lot of times it's not our fault. We can be victims of circumstance, wrong place, wrong time, any of those things, but you so afraid to go there. You so afraid to go in there and pull that shit out so you can have some peace and relief and happiness. So when you see yourself in the mirror, you won't have a beef with yourself, because a lot of us do, just like makeup, the term makeup. If you look at the term makeup, that means like apologizing or you feel sorry, like making up, with somebody you've had some differences with. Could have been your significant other. But when you're making up, you're apologizing and, you feel bad or you're sorry for what has taken place to even bring that situation up. So when you put on makeup on your face, sisters, that's what you're doing. You're telling the world, excuse me, I apologize for the way I look because I'm ugly as a motherfucker and I'm trying to cake this shit up to try to camouflage myself. Because, I'm sorry that I look like this. That's what makeup is. And that's why a lot of sisters don't wear that shit. Because at some point you start to look like, you need to be in the motherfucking casket. Just the same thing as mascara. Mascara in Arabic means clown. And what do clowns use? What do clowns put on? They put on makeup. And that's why Smokey Robinson made the song Tears of a Clown when no one's around. You always see clowns with either they look sad or they got a teardrop. And that ain't come from killing no motherfucking body. That come from killing what's inside of you. You know what I'm saying? And you got that makeup and shit on. Because you apologizing for the way you look. Big ass fucking shoes and all 18 different color shirts and pants on and all that motherfucking makeup. So I'm going to be getting back with y'all later on to discuss some more things. But in the meantime, stay strong, be peaceful. Hotep, Black Power.